Hey everyone, welcome back to OKFYI. Today we'll be talking about probation periods in the UAE. Whether you're a seasoned professional or just starting out in your career, understanding your rights and obligations during this crucial period is really important. Let's get started. What is a probation period? It's basically a trial period for new employees, allowing employers to assess an employee's performance and suitability for their role before offering them a full-time permanent position. It's like a test drive for both the employer and the employee. Although I think the probation period is usually thought of as being only for the employer, but I think it's important to remember that good performance should also go both ways. So it's also for the employee to see if they like the culture or the way the company works, and then also make a decision. If you're wondering if every job has a probation period, then the answer is yes. It's mandatory for employees to undergo a probation period before being considered permanent employees. The typical probation period is 3 to 6 months. This duration is usually outlined in the employment contract. However, it's important to remember that any extension beyond 6 months is illegal. During your probation period, you do have some rights. It's a common misconception that employees have limited rights during probation. While some benefits like sick leave may not be available, employees still have certain protections. For instance, an employer cannot extend the probation period if the employee meets the company's performance standards. You also have the right to resign during your probation period, although you will have to provide proper notice if you're thinking about taking a new job within the UAE. The notice period is typically 30 days, while those leaving the UAE must provide 14 days notice. It's crucial to be aware that failing to meet the notice period requirements could have legal consequences, including a potential labor ban in the UAE. But what if you're an employer? Do you have any rights or obligations during this probation period? Yeah, employers also have rights during this period. The most significant one is the ability to terminate the contract during probation after providing the employee with at least 14 days written notice. However, if an employer terminates the contract without adhering to this notice period, they are obligated to compensate the employee with an amount equal to their wage they would have gotten throughout this period. There are specific circumstances under which an employer can dismiss an employee without notice. These situations are detailed in Article 44 of the UAE labor law. They include scenarios such as the employee provided false documentation or impersonated someone else. Or maybe the employee's actions result in significant financial losses for the employer, or they intentionally damaged company property. Also, if the employee was repeatedly absent without justification. Overall, a probation period is common practice across many countries, if not most, and the rules are comparable to the UAE. That's it for our overview of probation periods in the UAE. Always remember to carefully review your employment contract and consult with a legal professional if you have any questions or concerns relevant to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more informative content about businesses and life in the UAE, and we'll see you again in the next video.